Imagine being homeless, with nothing but a dream and a burning desire to change your life. Now imagine that same person rising to become a billionaire and the co-founder of one of the world's most iconic hair care companies. This is not just a story of wealth. It's a story of resilience, grit, and unstoppable determination. This is the story of John Paul DeJoria. John Paul DeJoria is today a name synonymous with success and innovation in the beauty and personal care industry. As the co-founder of Paul Mitchell Hair Products and the Patrón Spirits Company, he has transformed industries and inspired millions. But his journey didn't start with luxury cars or skyscrapers. It started in the harshest conditions, with nothing but hope and a relentless will to survive. Welcome to Dream Chaser, where we bring you powerful stories of incredible people who turned their struggles into triumphs. Today we dive deep into the unbelievable rise of John Paul DeJoria. From the streets to the boardroom, from homeless to haircare king. Stay tuned, because this story is going to ignite your passion and remind you that no matter how tough life gets, your dreams are always worth chasing. Early life struggles. John Paul DeJoria's story begins in a humble and difficult place. Born on April 13, 1944 in Los Angeles, California, he was raised in a working-class family. His father was an electrician, and his mother was a homemaker who held a strong influence over John's early life. Growing up, the family faced financial struggles like many others in post-war America. Life wasn't easy, but young John learned early on the value of hard work and perseverance. One of the most defining aspects of his early life was the instability he experienced. At a young age, John took on various odd jobs to help support his family. From delivering newspapers to washing cars, he understood the importance of earning every cent. These experiences planted the seed of entrepreneurship in him, showing that no job was too small if it meant progress. However, the true test of John's resilience came later. After graduating from high school, John tried to find his footing in the adult world. He joined the military and served in the Navy, gaining discipline and a sense of direction. But after his service, life threw him a harsh curveball. John found himself homeless. The man who had become a billionaire entrepreneur was once living out of his car, struggling to survive day by day. During this period of homelessness, John faced what many consider the lowest point in life. Without a permanent home, he had to sleep in parks, cars, or wherever he could find shelter. Despite these circumstances, John never gave up hope. Instead, he used this time as fuel for his ambition, promising himself that he would change his life, no matter the odds. It was this difficult chapter that shaped John's character and future success. Many people might have succumbed to despair, but John's mindset was different. He believed that failure was temporary and that success was achievable with enough determination. This attitude became the foundation of his future endeavors. Eventually, John found an opportunity that changed everything. Alongside hairstylist Paul Mitchell, John co-founded a company in 1980 that would revolutionize the hair care industry. But even then, the road wasn't smooth. With just $700 in startup capital and a small rented office, John and Paul faced countless challenges, from skepticism in the market to financial struggles. Yet, John's early life hardships had prepared him for these obstacles. He worked tirelessly, often going door to door to salons, building relationships and selling their products one by one. Today, John Paul DeJoria stands as a testament to the power of resilience and the human spirit. From sleeping on the streets to becoming a billionaire entrepreneur, his journey reminds us all that no matter where you start, success is possible if you refuse to quit. His story is not just about wealth, but about how passion, grit, and relentless effort can transform lives. Turning point and first break. Every great story has a moment when everything changes, a turning point that sets the course for success. For John Paul DeJoria, That moment came when he teamed up with hairstylist Paul Mitchell to start a hair care business that would eventually become a global powerhouse. After years of struggle and homelessness, John's life took a hopeful turn when he landed a job selling products door to door. It was here that he met Paul Mitchell, a visionary hairstylist who shared a dream of creating high-quality hair care products with integrity and style. Their partnership wasn't born out of luxury or connections, it was born from shared passion and grit. In 1980, with just $700, 0 cents in savings, barely enough to rent a small office, they took the leap of faith and founded John Paul Mitchell Systems. This startup was a bold move for John, who had no prior experience in running a business, and for Paul, who was focused on the creative side of hairstyling. Starting the business was risky. They had to convince salon owners to try their products in a market dominated by big brands with huge advertising budgets. Many doors were shut in their faces. Investors doubted their vision. Every dollar counted and every sale was hard-earned. But John's experience living with nothing taught him how to persevere through uncertainty and rejection. They hustled day and night, driving across states, visiting salons, demonstrating their products, and building personal relationships. Their dedication started paying off as the Paul Mitchell brand gained loyal customers who appreciated their commitment to quality and cruelty-free products. This turning point showed that success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment, but from taking action despite fear and obstacles. John Paul DeJoria's leap into the hair care business was a calculated risk, fueled by hope, passion, and relentless hard work, growth and persistence. But starting the business was only the beginning. The real challenge was growing it and surviving the inevitable setbacks that come with entrepreneurship. John and Paul's early days were marked by tough financial struggles. They had to manage tight budgets, work out of cramped offices, and handle all aspects of the business themselves. Marketing, manufacturing, sales, customer service. Every role fell on their shoulders. The pressure was immense, and failure was always a looming possibility. On top of these hurdles, they faced fierce competition from established companies with far greater resources. Their products were often overlooked in favor of bigger brands with flashy advertising. Many times, John had to travel alone, sleeping in cheap motels or even his car, just to keep the business afloat. Yet, what made John stand out was his unwavering belief in his vision. He saw obstacles not as dead ends, but as challenges to overcome. When a shipment was delayed or a product launch failed, he doubled down on problem solving instead of giving up. He listened carefully to customer feedback and adapted his strategies to better serve the market. John's persistence paid off gradually. As the company expanded, they introduced innovative marketing techniques, like educating hairstylists through training programs, which helped build a strong network of brand ambassadors. They maintained their commitment to cruelty-free and environmentally conscious products, which attracted a loyal customer base increasingly aware of ethical consumption. There were setbacks too. Economic downturns affected sales, supply chain issues caused delays. At times, disagreements and internal challenges tested their partnership. But John's resilience ensured that these problems were temporary bumps, not permanent barriers. One famous example of perseverance was when John Paul Mitchell Systems faced near bankruptcy in the early years. Instead of folding, John negotiated new deals, cut costs, and found creative ways to raise capital. He believed deeply that their mission was bigger than the short-term pain. Over time, the brand grew from a small startup into a global icon in hair care, inspiring millions with its story of humble beginnings and bold dreams. John Paul DeJoria's persistence is a reminder that true success isn't overnight. It's a marathon of small wins, lessons learned, and the refusal to quit. Success and impact. John Paul DeJoria's journey from a homeless man to a billionaire entrepreneur is nothing short of extraordinary. Today, he stands as a towering figure in the world of business, best known for co-founding Paul Mitchell Systems, a brand that revolutionized the haircare industry with its high-quality, cruelty-free products. John's business empire also includes the Patrón Spirits Company, where he helped build one of the most successful premium tequila brands in the world. His sharp business acumen and dedication to quality have earned him a place among the most respected entrepreneurs globally. From a small office with just $700, 0 cents, to an international brand recognized in over 100 countries, his story is a masterclass in turning vision into reality. But what truly sets John Paul DeJoria apart is his heart. Despite his immense wealth, he has never forgotten his roots or the struggles he overcame. His philanthropic efforts are vast and impactful. He has donated millions to charities that support homelessness, education, animal welfare, and environmental causes. John is also a founder of organizations that provide shelter and resources to homeless youth, reflecting the compassion that shaped him during his own darkest days. John believes that success is not only about personal gain, but about giving back to the community that supports you. He often says that helping others is one of the greatest joys in life, and he leads by example, encouraging business leaders to adopt a mission-driven approach that combines profit with purpose. His story is a powerful reminder that success means little if it doesn't uplift others. Through his work, John Paul DeJoria has created a legacy that inspires not just entrepreneurs, but anyone seeking to make a positive difference in the world. Life lessons and motivational takeaways. John Paul DeJoria's life is packed with lessons that can motivate anyone facing challenges. Here are some of the most powerful takeaways from his journey. Never let your circumstances define you. John's start was far from easy. Homelessness, financial struggles, and rejection could have ended his story. Instead, he chose to see those hardships as fuel. No matter where you begin, your mindset can shape your destiny. Take risks, but be prepared to work hard. Starting with $700, 0 cents, and no guarantee of success, John took a massive risk. But he backed that risk with relentless effort, working day and night, selling products door to door, and building relationships from the ground up. Success demands both courage and sweat equity. Embrace failure as a learning step. John faced many setbacks, failed deals, near bankruptcy, and market rejection. Instead of quitting, he treated failure as feedback, learning what didn't work and adjusting his approach. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Stay true to your values. From the beginning, John's companies committed to cruelty-free, ethical products, and social responsibility. This authenticity built trust and loyalty, showing that values are not just moral choices, they're smart business decisions. Give back to create meaning. Wealth alone doesn't define a fulfilling life. John's philanthropy reminds us that giving back, especially to causes connected to our personal journey, creates lasting impact and fulfillment. Encouragement to overcome challenges and pursue dreams. If there's one thing John Paul DeJoria's life teaches us, it's that no obstacle is too big if you keep moving forward. Whether you're facing financial hardship, self-doubt, or rejection, remember that your struggles don't define your future. Dreams are not reserved for the privileged. They belong to those brave enough to chase them. John's story proves that with resilience, hard work, and faith in yourself, you can turn even the darkest moments into stepping stones toward greatness. At Dream Chaser, we believe every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Let John's rise inspire you to embrace your journey, stay persistent, and never lose sight of your goals. Your dream is worth fighting for. Like this video, subscribe to Dream Chaser for more incredible stories that ignite your passion and empower you to chase your dreams.